Welcome back to the Man Cave. I just wanted to do a quick little video on this car here. This is a 2012 Buick LaCrosse, and it has had an overheating issue. It was taken to another place where they replaced the radiator. The car is still overheating. So when these cars overheat, there are a few things that can cause them to overheat. The first one that we typically look at is the thermostat. If the thermostat is sticking open or sticking closed, it can cause these cars to overheat. If the thermostat is open properly, closing properly, we will be cooling the engine like we're supposed to do. Sometimes the water pump on some of these cars will start to not flow fluid the way that it's supposed to, and so that is another issue. So the third issue is a radiator that is either plugged on the inside and doesn't allow coolant to flow, or plugged on the outside and doesn't allow air to flow. And then it's the last thing is the air itself flowing through the radiator. So in the instance of this particular car, since it is overheating when it is at a slow pace and not overheating at highway speeds, my diagnostic process tells me that it is most likely an airflow issue. So what I did was I took my scan tool and I hooked up to the car, and I went into the bidirectional controls in the car and I commanded the fans on. This fan right here never did come on. This fan would come on. Now when you look at the wiring diagram on this fan setup, fan number 1 and 2 are this fan right here, the one that is not working, and that is low speed fan and high speed fan, and then the third fan kicks on last. Now this fan was on all of the time because the air conditioner was running. When I hooked up my scan tool, this fan would run, this fan never would run. So what I did was I disconnected the wiring to this fan, and I hooked up my own wiring to it and tested the fan directly to the battery. The fan still would not come on. So I tested the other fan just to be sure we were getting what we needed, and it works fine. So we have a bad fan, and I'm going to go ahead and change that. And in this particular car, it's a pretty simple process. All we're going to do is disconnect the wiring going to the fans. We're going to pull one bolt on each side, and the fan will slip up out of here, and we'll stick the new fan down in there. I have already ordered it, and I have it sitting here in the shop, so I'm going to go ahead and change it. Now, I have the new fan assembly installed in the car, and I have again hooked up the scan tool, and I am on the cooling fan control side of things, and right now I am looking at fan number 1, and I am going to command it on. And now we have this fan running at low speed. Now I'm going to back up. I'm going to go to fan 1 and 2, which should be this fan at high speed. We have that fan running at high speed. Turn it back off. Exit. Fan 1, 2, and 3, and that should be the entire thing running at high speed, and we will command that on, and we have everything running at high speed. And so I suspect that we have fixed the problem in this car. However, we are going to verify that it does not overheat any longer. Thanks for spending a little time with us here in the Man Cave. Appreciate you watching our videos. Please hit the like or subscribe buttons and also leave comments. I will try and respond to your comments, and leave me ideas for videos and I will try and make them happen.